always felt that I was just as good as everybody else. And why should I segregate myself?
What experiences have you had with racial discrimination or segregation?
Okay. I didn't experience any myself because in the Dallas schools they didn't have segregation. And so we all went to school together, and that was not a problem. It was until I moved to Taylor with my parents out of a necessity to live with my grandparents that I experienced this discrimination. Not only in the school as I described to you, where the children were very, very far behind, but discrimination in other ways too, because we couldn't go into the restaurants to eat. When I wanted to go to the movies, with my friends, we had to go sit in a certain section of the theater on the lower level in the corner. And if we didn't sit there, then we were reminded, that's where we belonged.
What was it like being the counselor during desegregation then?
I was very fortunate that I was on the ground floor because, let me see, it was in the 70s, early 70s, that they decided that they were going to desegregate the black student population first. But before they did that, they were going to integrate the faculties and make them equal and have the ethnicities represented on the faculties. And unfortunately, since there were more, I was at Cassis Elementary, since there were more white teachers, and then I was white, that's the way I was identified. And I have a list maybe this long of what we were identified while I was growing up. And so I was assigned from a very affluent school. Kids, were very smart. My problem as a teacher was to challenge them with enrichment and with things because they were way beyond the textbooks that we had. So I had to go to an all-black school. And those teachers had to be transferred to the all-white schools. Unfortunately, the enrollment at the school where I was assigned to, Blackshear Elementary on 11th Street, there were only 5 black teachers left, and there were 25 white teachers assigned there with an all-black population. And I learned a lot of things about how their education and those across town differed.